Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Burma village. How are you? I'm fine. Today I'm gonna tell about my favorite story. My favorite story name is Heidi. This is my favorite story book. So now let's get started the story. Once upon a time, there was a little girl called Heidi. Heidi lived in a little town in Switzerland with her Aunt Dickie. The town was near some mountains. One day, Aunt Dickie said, "We will go and see your grandfather. He lives up in the mountains." As they walked up into the mountain, they saw a boy called Peter. Peter looked after some mountain goats. Heidi and Aunt Dickie walked up in the house where grandfather lived. Grandfather came out to meet them. Aunt Dickie said, "Heidi, I have to go to Frankfurt. You must stay here with your grandfather." Heidi was worried. So was her grandfather. He said, "I'm much too old to look after a little girl." But Aunt Diddy went back down the mountain, and Heidi stayed with her grandfather. "Where will I sleep?" she asked. Grandfather made her a little bed in the hayloft. Then Peter took Heidi some goat's milk to drink. Heidi was happy in the mountains. She liked the trees and flowers, and she liked looking after the goats with Peter. She liked the little goat best of all. Her name was Snowflake. Sometimes Heidi came to see Peter's grandma, who was blind. He told about all the beautiful flowers and trees in the mountain that she saw in the mountains. But one day, Aunt Diti came from Frankfurt. Aunt Diti said, "Heidi, it is time you went to school." "Where will I go?" said Heidi. "To Frankfurt," said Aunt Diti. "You will stay with some of my friends in Frankfurt." Grandfather was sad. "Does Heidi have to go?" Heidi was sad too. "I want to stay here with grandfather." But Aunt Didi said, "No, you must go to school." Aunt Didi took Heidi to live with some of her friends in a big house in Frankfurt. A little girl called Heidi lived there. Clara couldn't walk, so she had to stay in a wheelchair all the time. Heidi liked Clara, but she wasn't happy in Frankfurt. She wanted to go back home in the mountains to her grandfather and Peter. At night, Heidi dreamed that she was playing in the mountains with Snowflake, the little white goat. Aunt Diti was not in the house, but Heidi was sad. One day, when Heidi came from school, Clara said, "Last night the maid saw a ghost on the stair. Tonight, Ned will stay up so he can see the ghost too." So Clara's father went to see the ghost at night. His friend, the doctor, stayed with him. The doctor said ghosts aren't real, but Clara's father wanted to see the ghost. As they were looking for the ghost, they saw there was a noise at the stairs. It was Heidi walking in her sleep. "So that is the ghost after all," said Clara's father. The doctor took Heidi back to her bedroom. "What were you dreaming about?" said the doctor. "I am dreaming of the mountains. I am happy here, but I miss my grandfather and Peter." Clara's father was worried about Heidi. He said, "I'll help you to go back home." Heidi went to see Clara. Heidi said, "I will miss you when I'm back in the mountains." Clara said, "I will miss you too, but one day I will come and see you soon." So Heidi went back in the mountains. Grandfather and Peter were very happy to see her. Peter gave her some goat's milk to drink. Then Heidi went to sleep in the hayloft. That night, Heidi didn't walk in her sleep. She was so happy to be home. The next day, Heidi went to look for the goat's Peter. Peter said, "It's wonderful to have you back. I missed you. I missed you too," said Heidi. "I want to stay in the mountains forever," said Heidi. One morning, when Heidi just got up, there was a knock at the door. It was Clara and her father. "It has to go to the town," said Clara's father. "Clara can stay here for a week with you." Heidi was pleased to see Clara and took her to see all the beautiful things in the mountains that she saw earlier. But Peter was jealous of Heidi's new friend. He said, "I don't want to have Heidi's new friend." So, when no one was looking, Peter pushed Heidi. Peter pushed Clara's wheelchair down the mountain. The next day, Clara couldn't find her wheelchair. "I must try to walk," said Clara. So, grandfather and Heidi helped her to walk. Suddenly, Clara started to walk by herself. "This is wonderful," said Heidi. Peter was pleased too. Peter was pleased too. "I'm sorry I was jealous. Will you be my friend, Clara?" Clara was happy to have a new friend with Peter. The next day, Clara's father come to took her to back home. Clara didn't use the wheelchair, but she walked from the house to meet him. Clara's father was very happy. "You can walk? This is my happiest day of my life." And Heidi, Clara, and Peter were friends forever. That's all. No more for today. Thank you everyone to listen my speech with great passion. Bye.